You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, bays and gays. This is the Real Pineapple. It's just your humble host Hunter here. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're having a good weekend whenever you're getting a chance to check this out. I've got a review. I'm very, very lucky. I was able to get a link sent to me for this film that just opened a couple days ago. Hopefully it's playing in your town. If not, it's playing close. Definitely make a point to go see this. I'm talking about Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass, which is directed by David Wayne, who, you hear that name, you're like, David Wayne. Role Models, one of my favorite episodes, one of my favorite films ever. Children's Hospital. That's what I was getting the episodes thing mixed up. Children's Hospital is one of those very underrated Adult Swim shows. It was on pretty early, kind of in the building of Adult Swim, but I like Children's Hospital quite a bit. And then of course, Wet Hot American Summer. I've actually never seen Wanderlust. My friend was saying that I should check that out, but I've never checked that one out. But but he is back with this film. He co-wrote it along with Ken Marino. Ken Marino, you of course know from Party Down, Role Models, the aforementioned Wanderlust. Ken Marino is fucking wonderful. Big fan of his. And this script, I think the thing, because I remember I actually saw Role Models in theaters. That would have been, oh God, I guess it would have been like a sophomore in college, I want to say. Freshman or sophomore. But I remember watching it in theaters after midterms and just laughing my ass off, being like, God damn it, this movie is fucking amazing. And that's the biggest thing I would say it has in common with Role Models. Because when you think back on Role Models, how, you know, they have that one kid who makes I'm paraphrasing, makes a comment of like, oh, where'd you get those clothes at the gay zoo? And then Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd just burn this fucking kid, and you kind of like, I remember looking at the screen going, oh wow, they're ready, like we're just going punchline after punchline. And that is the biggest thing it has in common with Role Models, is that it feels like it just hits the ground running. I found myself laughing so early on and having to go back and actually pause the movie and rewind it because I was laughing so hard from something prior that I was missing the jokes that I was setting up in real time. Zoe Dutch is one of those actresses. She's in that Lizzie Kaplan realm where it's like Michelle Monaghan is another example of like, these women are fucking talented as hell. Why don't they get more opportunities? Now I could go off on the whole Hollywood is bullshit, which it is. Fucking AI actor. Anyways, but watching this, she's so fucking talented, and she has this. This was giving me Kimmy Schmidt vibes in terms of kind of how Zoe Dutch plays Gail Daughtry, but it's also this almost is. I would love to know if Kim Marino and David Wayne are big Zoe's Infinite Playlist fans, because as I was watching that, I felt like I was watching something inspired by that. You can definitely feel like there's kind of bits of that. But one thing that I've always loved about David Wayne is that his, like, even something like Role Models, as insane, and it does, as insane as Role Models gets, you could still feel like it's taking place in the real world. This feels like a fantasy world, and this world that Wayne has created, but it's such a fun house mirror version of Hollywood. There's this there's this whole thing with a map of the city that they do in terms of things that you can see in the city. And I was laughing so fucking hard at this bit. I was like, oh my God, this is a great twist on a very Hollywood type thing. And it just leads to this gag that it just kept going, getting funnier for me. So the plot in question is the aforementioned Gail Daughtry, played by Zoe Dutch, she's going to go ahead and get married, and the guy who she's marrying is this guy named Tom, who's played by Michael Cassidy, who I don't recall. I was sitting here trying to remember what he looks so familiar in. He's in Army of the Dead. I was like, oh, that's right. He's also the creepy Jimmy Olsen in Batman v Superman. That didn't go anywhere, Jesus. But they're gonna go ahead. They're gonna go ahead and get married, and they have this very storybook romance. They fell in love when they were in high school together. They're high school sweethearts, and they've been through everything together. It's very cute. And they're having this conversation about celebrity sex passes, and she brings it up. She brings it up because she ends up having a conversation about it with some of her colleagues at work, and it's very funny how she portrays it. Like anytime she's hearing about sex, she's like shocked by it. She's like, oh, but it's not like wet blanket shocked by it. It's like, oh, you're actually talking about that. Like she finds a very charming way to go ahead and kind of play it. That was one of the things I really love about this movie. But she catches her husband in a situation. I'll just leave it at that. And so that goes ahead and sends her on the path to Hollywood to go ahead and balance scales by sleeping with her celebrity sex pass, Mr. John Hamm. So it's that synopsis. Like I'm dancing around a lot of stuff because I did see a trailer for this. I saw one trailer, but honestly, I would have been down just knowing it's Zoe Dutch and David Wayne working together. I would have been fine with just knowing that. Dutch was really great in Zombieland, Double Tap. I thought she was really charming and gorgeous and great comedic timing in that. She also did this movie called Not Okay, and then recently y'all have seen her in Juror Number 2, which I think she's incredible in Juror Number 2. I fucking love Juror Number 2. Buffaloed is really good as well. Flower, she's a great fucking actress, and she has she has a couple moments of real intensity that I was really surprised by in the best way. The comedy has this very fun balance to it. Sometimes it gets insanely violent, like kind of like Insane Lonely Island, like kind of like the fight scene in Hot Rod with the rioting. There's something that occurs in here in terms of that involving one character, and that's all I'll say. That I was like, I can't believe how escalated. Like, boy, that escalated quickly. Like, really, that's what you're like. You're gonna do that, but it's so funny the way that it's played up. Dutch in particular goes back and forth between being, just lovey-dovey for her husband, but then like, okay, I need to fuck John Hamm. Like the switch, the switch she makes is quite fascinating. In terms of other characters, Richard Kind is in this. He plays the taxi driver that Gail and her friend go ahead and get a ride from the airport from, and he has a whole bit that has a really good punchline to it in terms of where that joke ends up. I had a lot of fun with the Richard Kind in this. He's not in it a ton, but the bit that you get of him, he's fucking delightful. Always love seeing him. Fred Melamed, who you've seen a ton of stuff. He was in Baby, Shiva Baby, WandaVision, A Serious Man, just to name a few. Big fan of his. He's the narrator in this. Frank the Mailman, and I will say there is this bit where he's talking to us, the audience, like he's breaking the fourth wall, and the way that works in terms of being a visual gag, it's so fucking funny. There's a lot of visual gags like that in terms of like the camera work and just little things that they do that I found that were just really fucking funny, and just stuff that I like. It kind of like when I watched The Naked Gun, this recent version. They have like the giant crane to go ahead and just take, crash cars. You're just like, wait a minute, what? Like, why is there fucking like? There's just some visual things like that you don't really see that you're like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty funny. The film had a couple of moments like that in here that I really did enjoy. I know I've already mentioned Zoe Dutch quite a bit, but her friend, um, who's played by Miles Gutierrez Riley. Oh no, pardon me. Um, no, I won't say it's Toby Wynnum. Her friend Otto, whoever plays her friend Otto, um, they're fucking amazing in here. They're so fucking funny. They have this whole yeah. Okay, I was right. Miles Gutierrez Riley. They they have this whole little back and forth about being bi pretty early on in the movie, and you just notice the wordplay and the way that the script allows characters to bounce off each other. It's so rapid fire, but every time it's firing, it's fucking hitting. And so just the more you're kind of listening, you're trying to keep up with the movie. So it's really holding your attention because any word that leaves someone's mouth, it could just be fucking brilliant. There's a there's a bit in here. If you haven't seen the trailer, I would say don't watch the trailer because I think the trailer does spoil it. But there is someone in here, a celebrity, who ends up chasing the gang, Gail and her gang, around with a gun, and it is such a it is such a amazing bit. I was like, this is fucking intense, and I love this. That was it's really funny actually. Um, yeah, there's so much in this movie that I just really found to be not just charming, but uh, pretty sweet at points. It gets kind of sweet at the by the end. But it's never not wacky. It never feels like it betrays itself by having these um, kind of softer moments. There is a point where you learn about Gail's parents, and it's treated as such a throwaway thing, but it's so goddamn tragic that I was dying. I paused. I'm like, wait, what about her parents? What happened? And when they reveal it, it's such a oh my god, that's so like come on movie, why it? But it's it's so much fun. At the end of the day, that's what I kept thinking. I was like, this is just a fun movie. And I laughed all the way through, and I cried a couple points because I was laughing so hard. John Slattery, just Slatman, as he's known in as he's known in here, he is so fucking great. He leans so much into the comedy, and he's game for what they throw at him, and I will simply say he almost steals the movie for me. He's fantastic in this, but this is well worth your time. If it's playing anywhere near you, go check this out. This is easily my top 5 for films of this year so far. I had a blast with this movie. So yeah, check this out. It's a fan fucking tastic. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite comedies in the last 5 years, and I actually like this as much as I liked Role Models. I actually watched it twice. So yeah, Gail Daughtry in the Celebrity Sex Pass, excellent. Check this out as soon as you can. You will not regret it. But everyone, Gail Daughtry in the Celebrity Sex Pass, have you seen it? Let me know what you thought in the comments. As far as what I've got coming up this week, I've got a review for what am I going to review this week? I'll have a review for Forbidden Fruits, as well as a review for Fearless. Gonna probably have my review for Heated Rivalry, finally. Been trying to connect with my friend. It's just our schedules are insane right now, people. I'm trying, but yeah, I got some reviews coming up for y'all, including a review for the Odyssey. I bought my ticket. I'm gonna check it out Friday. So yeah, Friday after work, I will be at the theater checking that out. It's gonna be the one movie I'm seeing because I'm seeing it at 5:00, and it's like 3 fucking hours. So yeah, but I'm excited. I'm very curious because oh man, if it's good, there's gonna be a lot of people who are just like, oh shit, here we go again. Maybe Best Picture winner, but we'll see. But yeah, y'all gonna have reviews up for Forbidden Fruits and the Odyssey this weekend. I will be doing an Dynamite watch along this Wednesday night, so I'll be on Twitch at twitch.tv/thereelpineapple on on Wednesday. Wednesday the what would that be? Wednesday the 15th. Or wait, 15th? Yeah, Wednesday the 15th. I'll be on at 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/realpineapple, and then find me on YouTube at the Real Pineapple. But everyone, thank you so much for listening. Stay safe, take care of each other, give someone a hug, give someone a compliment. We can all use some more positivity, and never forget, as always, to keep it real.